Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you may happen to be tuning in. I am Brian Carpenter, sports editor of the Meriden Record Journal, and welcome to the 7th and final edition of Record Journal Winter Athletes of the Week. Aaron, it's been quite a season. We're sitting here in the late March sunshine, and it's a little hard to remember the dark days of January when things got rolling. We got a winter season in. People are getting vaccinated. Kids are getting ready for the spring season. Hopefully better days will continue to come our way. For now, we're going to bring you our final set of nominees, as well as last week's winner. You saw at the start of the show, Sam Peralta, Slam and Sammy from the Meriden Co-op. Sam won, and Luke Festa, another winner. And kind of glad both of those guys won, because we can bring you up to date on both guys. Sam Peralta. Little did we know as we were nominating him last week that he was about to break his own Maloney record in the breaststroke. He got under a minute, 3 seconds down to 1:02. In the breaststroke, he broke his own Maloney record and also the Meriden Co-op record that had previously been held by Tyler Prescott, who went on to an All-American collegiate career. Good stuff, Sam. And then there's Luke Festa. Now, while the Titans were stopped in the SEC SWC Division II semis, they really reaped quite a few postseason awards, including Luke, who was the SEC SWC D2 Player of the Year. Congratulations to you, Luke. What a fine career for you and your fellow seniors. All right, so that brings us to our final show. We wanted to do 3 final girls, 3 final boys, and really I was looking at it as kind of a season recognition thing, to get the kids who were always like there on the radar screen, but for one reason or another weren't nominated. And as it turns out, we always had those kids, but oddly enough, or funnily enough, or coincidentally, pick your bad adverb, they actually did very well in the last week of the regular season or in the postseason that really warrants them getting nominated now. So, a little late? Not at all. Right on time, as it turns out in the end. Let's start with the girls, since we didn't have any girls last week, and we missed them dearly. I mentioned Aaron last week. We had a girl. I knew her name. I wouldn't tell you. I'm going to tell you now. She is from Lyman Hall. Miss Brianna Mick, senior guard. Hey, obviously she's been on our radar screen all season. Senior captain, key player on that team. She averaged, and Aaron, I'm going with the decimal points here because Coach Tom Lipka is a math guy, and he filled me right into a T. Brianna, 9.3 points a game, 5.8 rebounds, 3.7 steals a game. You get an idea of what Brianna did for the Trojans, which is a little bit of everything. Fine 4-year career for Brianna. Congratulations to you. You are girls nominee number 1 here in Week 7. Second nominee hails from the west side of Meriden, Platt High School, Miss Wallach Bailey. Like Brianna, senior guard. She's been on the radar screen all season, leading her team in scoring, 11 points a game. And last week in the CCC Bracket 3 tournament, she got the Panthers to the semifinals, scored 15 against Rocky Hill in the quarters, had 11 against Hall in the semis, capping off also a fine career with the Panthers. Miss Wallach Bailey, she was named All-Conference, as was Brianna Mick. As was our third nominee. She is from Southington, Miss Allison Carr. Yes, she's been here before and for a reason. She is one heck of an athlete, and she went out in style in basketball. A year ago, she had torn her ACL, and that cost her the end of her junior season. Comes back as a senior and averages 8 points, 6 rebounds, 3 steals. And in the postseason, in the CCC Championship Bracket Tournament, Allie really delivered. Had the game-winning 3-point play against East Hartford in the quarterfinals. And then against Newington, Southington lost to Newington, which was unbeaten, and they went on to win the conference championship. But Allie went down fighting. She went down swinging, 11 points, 10 rebounds, 7 steals against one of the best teams in the state. That tells you what you need to know about Miss Allison Carr. There are 3 girl nominees, all basketball players, all very good ones, all seniors. All had great careers. Brianna Mick, Wallach Bailey, Allison Carr. Between now and Sunday, you go online and you pick the one you want, and we'll bring you the winners next week. As for the boy nominees, we got 3 more, and they're also good ones. We're going to let's start with hockey. We'll save the swimmers for last. In hockey, we saw Cheshire make the SEC SWC Division II championship game against North Haven, and a guy who helped get him there, right here, the goaltender, Mr. Aman Chaudhry. He's only a junior, and let's face it, he had the most unenviable job of the season. This is the guy who replaced Nick Marangola, the state's Division II Player of the Year, who's now playing professional hockey. Nick graduated. Cheshire needed a goalie, and Aman earned the starting job. And late in the season, Cheshire reels off 5 straight wins. A man's between the pipes. He gets them to the championship game. He's got another year ahead. Congratulations to you, Aman Chaudhry. Toughest job in the winter season this year? Absolutely. You deserve to be boys nominee number 1 here in Week 7. Final 2 guys, as we mentioned, they are swimmers. We're going to start with this young man from Maloney High School, Mr. Joe Peralta. Hey, and Aaron, we're coming full circle here with Joe Peralta because in Week 1, Joe's younger brother, John, was the nominee. And here in the final week, we have Joe. He was part of the 400 free relay that set a new co-op record, 400 free, 3 minutes, 28 seconds, 28.76. More decimals for you, Aaron. 328.76, a new Meriden co-op record in the 400 free relay. Joe was a part of that. His brother John, Spencer Studley, and Mehdi Momin, who was a nominee as well earlier this season. That relay finished 3rd in the CCC Pod D Championships, and Joe was also 4th in the 100 free. Hey, Meriden Co-op, they got a good thing going, man. 5-2 season. Joe Peralta's a big part of it. He is nominee number 2 among the boys here in Week 7. Our 3rd and final nominee, last, definitely not least, he is one of the best we got in the pool, and he's been that way for the past 4 years. From, of course, Sheehan High School, Mr. Joseph Joey Zellner. And what can you say about this career, this young man, the career he's had? It's not over. He's going on to swim at Loyola, Maryland this year in his senior season. Broke 3 Sheehan records, 50 free, 100 free, 200 IM. Then he goes into the SEC championship meet and wins the 50 free and the 100 breaststroke. He is named the SEC's most outstanding swimmer. Outstanding indeed, Joe Zellner. He's been doing it for 4 years for the Sheehan Titans. He is, fittingly so, the final nominee for the winter season 2021. And there we go. We're in the books. Aaron, we're in the books. Spring is right around the corner. Folks, you got one last slate of winter nominees. Please go online, myrecordjournal.com/sports. Between now, Sunday at midnight, we'll get you the winners next week. And then we'll be back in a couple weeks to start spring season. And get to wear not 1, 2, or even 3 or 4 layers here, but just one fine t-shirt. Oh, happy day. Hey, I am Brian Carpenter, sports editor of the Meriden Record Journal. My thanks to my folks in the field, Aaron Flom, Sean Krofsick, my man Greg Leadman Litterer down in Cheshire, Ron Buck, Brendan O'Sullivan, Carl Carchia, Kevin Arnold. It's quite a crew we got going, and rightly so. You guys are playing some good ball. I look forward to the spring. Be good.